We only see this in sci-fi movies most of the time. A strange world with a planetary system that closely resembles our solar system, and with planets very much like the Earth hanging somewhere in the cosmos. But what if I tell you that there is actually a planetary system that closely resembles our solar system, and planets with a spitting image of our own planet? It was dubbed as the solar system's twin planetary system. There is such a place, and they call it the Trappist-1 system. And this is probably one of the most talked about topics about the universe recently. What sort of planets does Trappist-1 have? How was the atmosphere? How the planet orbits around the Trappist-1? And to what extent it is similar to the solar system? Everything you need to know about the Trappist-1 system and its 7 Earth-like exoplanets. But first, don't forget to subscribe. Your support inspires me to stay awake at night to create more interesting content for you. And that said, let's proceed. In 1999, astronomer John Gizis and his team discovered a star in the constellation Aquarius that is known to us today as the Trappist-1. It is an ultra-cool red dwarf star which is nearly about 40 light years outside our solar system, which means you need at least 1.4 million years to go there. Trappist-1 is about 10% of the Sun's diameter, just a little bigger but with more mass compared to planet Jupiter. It burns slowly and radiates at a substantially lesser heat than the Sun. In a study dated August 2017, scientists wrote that Trappist-1 is between 5.4 and 9.8 billion years old. This is up to twice as old as our own solar system, which was formed some 4.5 billion years ago. Trappist-1 has 7 exoplanets, the word scientists use to describe planets beyond our solar system. These planets are predominantly made of rocks like Earth, or what we call terrestrial planets. Scientists earlier announced that they have found 3 planets orbiting around this star using the Trappist telescope, from which the star subsequently got its name. But with the use of NASA's Spitzer Space Telescope and ground-based telescopes, astronomers later discovered that the system actually has 7 planets. They are orbiting around Trappist-1 at a very close distance, so close that the entire distance of all the 7 exoplanets can fit within the orbital zone of Mercury to the Sun. Unlike in the solar system, these planets are gravitationally locked in place, like our moon, where one side of the planets are constantly facing Trappist-1 and the other side faces away from it. This means the daylight portion may consist of scorching deserts and the other side a freezing ocean. 3 of the 7 exoplanets are found within the theoretical habitable zone, the area around the star where rocky planets are most likely to hold liquid water and with temperature adequate enough. And this is probably the reason why scientists are very much interested about the Trappist-1 exoplanets. These 7 planets have their own distinct characteristics, so allow me to describe each one. Let's start with Trappist-1b, the closest planet to the Sun. Trappist-1b has a thick atmosphere with a hot temperature that is very much like planet Venus. It only requires 36 hours for this planet to orbit around the host star due to its proximity. Trappist-1c, a year on this planet, only about 58 hours on Earth. Trappist-1c is just a little bigger than Earth, so there's no significant difference in terms of the gravity. Trappist-1d, a year on this planet is only about 97 hours on Earth. Scientists are quite intrigued about this planet because it resembles the combination of Earth and Mars. Its diameter is like Mars and the temperature is like Earth. This is the first planet within the habitable zone in the star system. Like the other exoplanets, Trappist-1d is tidally locked with its host star, so the planet may be a world of 2 extremes, where one is extremely hot and the other is extremely cold. But Astronomers are considering that the line between these two parts may potentially support life. Trappist-1e. Of the exoplanets in the Trappist-1 system, Trappist-1e is no doubt the most intriguing because it closely resembles Earth in terms of its density, gravity, and the amount of radiation that it receives from its star. It is the only planet with a core similar to Earth, and if you want to see how its sun looks from this planet, here's how it looks. It is relatively dimmer, and about only 60% of heat is received by the Trappist-1e. In short, Trappist-1e is the cooler version of Earth. Trappist-1f. This planet is also called the steam planet because the water in this planet is like the steam. Most of the time, the fog is so thick that it makes it more difficult to see the surroundings. Trappist-1g. This planet was the farthest exoplanet in the habitable zone of the Trappist-1 Star system. So little is known about this planet, but scientists are certain that the liquid water also abound on this planet. And the last exoplanet in the Trappist-1 system is Trappist-1h. This planet is basically the farthest and smallest, very much like Pluto in the solar system. And because of its distance from the host star, the cold temperature is insanely extreme. Trappist-1 planetary system is relatively a new discovery, and there are too many facts yet to be discovered, so NASA is going all in. More than one team of astronomers are working together to study the Trappist-1 system, hoping to come up with as many details as they can for each planet in the system. One program focuses on Trappist-1b and 1f to detect the presence of atmosphere and the study of its basic composition. They are expected to distinguish between an atmosphere dominated by water vapor or one composed mainly of nitrogen like Earth, or carbon dioxide like Mars and Venus. Other programs will be observing Trappist-1e with the same mission. So far, these are some of the interesting facts about Trappist-1. Scientists are still working on research to know more about these newly discovered planetary systems. If there are any other developments, we'll keep you informed here in the Curious Panda. If you love interesting facts about history, science, or just about anything interesting, try subscribing to this channel and let's explore together. Much love and respect. Adios.